Hi there, Nadia here. I am still not healthy, but I'm still very much into telling you about which developmental stages each Cancer zodiac sign native goes through as they age and mature. So, the zodiac sign is the sign that the sun was passing through at the moment of your birth. If we are working with a natal chart, which we will not be doing today, but in the natal chart, this is the symbol of the sun. In this example, it's a Gemini, but that's the last time you'll be saying something like that. And yeah, at the moment of your birth, you get your natal sun, which is your zodiac sign, which will remain with you your whole life. But the moment you get that, you also get a progressed sun, which will be moving through the next couple of zodiac signs as you age. And the progressed sun is supposed to reflect your development, the development of your story, the development of your personality, additional skills you collect, roles you learn to play, etc. And for Cancer, the birthdays fall somewhere between the 22nd of June and 22nd of July. On some years, in some places of the world, people born close to those dates can also have their sun in Cancer. So if you were born, let's say, on the 21st of June or 23rd of July, maybe go online, generate a natal chart, see if you are definitely not a Cancer, because you may be in some cases. So, you, as you're born, you get your natal sun. Here I blew up a natal chart a little bit. This is the sun for a person who was born on the 21st of June, so outside of this conventional Cancer time frame, but the sun is in Cancer here, and this person will remain a Cancer their whole life, but their progressed sun will be moving along the zodiac, so that first it will be moving through Cancer. It means that the circumstances the person will be dealing with are more Cancerian. I will talk about it a little bit later. Then for 30 years it will move into Leo, then for 30 years into Virgo. And this stage I call astrological kindergarten, this stage I call astrological school, this stage I call astrological university, which probably means that after that you are a proper grown-up. But I will reach that stage in something like 35 years, so let's see what I have to say about it later on. But back to the different stages, right? If you were born a Cancer, then this is how long this purely Cancerian stage of development will last for you. I feel stupid right now because I'm holding a white piece of paper and I expect it to be filled with a table later on. And one of the defining qualities of a Cancer, any Cancer, but especially the young ones, is a heightened emotional sensitivity. Now, being emotionally sensitive does not mean being emotionally or socially competent. Being sensitive to other people's pain does not automatically translate into being kind or caring. That is something that a lot of Cancers aspire to be, but it does not happen automatically. And if anything, if the little person does not yet have the tools for dealing with those feelings in a competent manner, it's overwhelming. So you know, like everyone is sending a lot of emotional signals and they're very loud. So one of the things a sensitive young Cancer has to learn to do is to learn how to protect him or herself, to grow a kind of like a protective crust to numb out those feelings or muffle them or mute them out, right? And those defenses, they make the little Cancer more functional, but also a bit socially awkward. And it can present itself differently in different kids. For example, on the one hand, there is this stereotypical shy, socially awkward little person, but it can also be this wild, hyper stimulating child who acts out on his or her emotions and is perceived by others as, yes, wild, uncontrollable. And they are both ways to avoid feeling the feelings that they cannot yet process. And it's especially important for them if they do not have the help of an emotionally competent grown-up at the moment, right? So this is what happens kind of like at the interaction point between the person and the world, that they grow out this protective shell, right? But the inner world is less overwhelming. So lots of Cancer kids, they find solace there in their sometimes overdeveloped inner realm, right? And it can be so well inhabited and so developed that Cancers may get lost in there and even ignore their bodily needs for longer than is healthy. This is also the stage, this first stage, astrological kindergarten, where a lot of Cancers display their most Cancerian, you know, qualities. Like some may enjoy taking care of little animals or children. Some grow collections of different things, items, or they are, you know, keeping diaries or notes, or they also really enjoy being at home in a place that feels like home and around people, you know, who make them feel safe. Safe is an important word for any Cancer, right? So if a person helps create this safe atmosphere, then Cancers are growing very attached to this person. They also love being taken care of. This is also, you know, feeding their attachment. They also like being alone or with people who don't bombard them with emotions, or with people who help them regulate their emotions. This is also good for the little Cancer. They also like sentimental stories. They some of them develop an interest in history. This is also something like archival, collecting stories, you know, sorting things out. And yeah, and they are very, you know, attached to the people who they who are very close to them. But there's only a handful of them. So then at some point this progressed sun has moved through this Cancer phase, which could have taken 1 year, could have taken 15 years, could have taken 28 years, whatever, 0 to 30. And I showed you how long it took, right? And then for another 30 years, it will be traversing the Leo. Let me, you know, put another table here and tell you which of your ages this stage will occupy depending on your date of birth, right? So in this stage, the Cancer is still a Cancer, but they have to deal with circumstances and tasks that are more leonine in nature. in the kindergarten phase, they were learning to be a Cancer. And now they have to learn to be a little bit of a Leo, right? And those circumstances, for a Leo, they would have been more manageable, right? Comfortable even, because the Leo has been born to do it. The Cancer, not so much, they have to adapt. Now, a good Leo, when they live and not just survive, you know, they live in the moment. They are spontaneous, expressive, playful, loving, surrounded with joy. In this second stage of development, this Cancer is asked to learn how to do all of that. And that's an amazing bait. That's probably one thing that is able to lure the Cancer out of their, you know, safety comfort zone, right, that they have created for themselves inside themselves. And at the same time, it can be scary to get out and to meet the reality for the person who's not very experienced in that, as the little Cancer is not. Because the Cancer may have done a lot of things in this first kindergarten stage of life in their inner realm, in their fantasies, in their imagination, and this unfortunately does not really count in reality. So luckily there are more than one ways of being a Leo or of becoming more like a Leo. So let's say that a Cancer, a very family oriented, caring sign, has been dreaming of starting a family and succeeds. That means that they have children very often, or pets or whatever. And surprise, surprise, the children demand that the caretaker lives in the moment and is present and artistic and inspirational and, you know, a decent entertainer. And those are the leonine qualities that Cancer has to now also learn how to, you know, express, right? This could happen if a Cancer starts a family and gets children, or if they choose a career as a caretaker, you know, like a kindergarten teacher or whatever. At any case, they have to develop those qualities like emotional expression, leadership, ability to attract attention. Also, they have to learn how to look good in this role. These are 100% leonine qualities. That's one way. On the other hand, the overdeveloped imagination and richness of their inner world can also predispose Cancer to other ways of becoming more leonine. One is art, theater, any sort of creative endeavor that requires a developed imagination, and also a powerful sensitivity without which developing refined taste is also not very possible. Cancers have it. This is not a problem for Cancer, but something else is. So the problem is that the works of art are supposed to be presented in some way, you know, to the public. One must go up on stage or take part in exhibitions, you know, be more demonstrative, you know, like an expressive Leo. And this a Cancer has to learn. The alternative to this is living your life, or like making your life a piece of art. And this is where the Cancer attempts to realize their fantasies, not in an art piece, but in reality. And almost without exceptions, it fills the Cancer's life with a lot of drama. It can be romantical drama, or family drama, or financial drama, or it can be some like kind of enfant terrible drama where the person cannot deal with themselves and their demons and is whatever, drama. So anyhow, drama is a very leonine word. So both the artist way and the life drama way are a way of pulling the Cancer from the inner realm into the present, into what's happening right around them. And this isn't comfortable, but it's great for development, and it's also great for creating memories. And Cancers love their memories. They want to have a whole archive of valuable memories to return to. There are other scenarios. For example, a Cancer is a cardinal sign. And cardinal, there are 4 cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Cardinal means a leader, a decision maker, and this is what a Cancer may do. They may assume a leadership role, And being a great leader is what a Leo is actually born for. And the leonine leadership style is using emotional expressivity, is it a word? Being emotionally expressive, to infect people around them with emotions and ideals, and more importantly, ambition. And a Cancer can do this as a boss, but they can also do it actually as a kindergarten teacher as well, as a caretaker. It's also a leadership role. They also have to, infect people around them with a certain emotions. Or they can also be an opinion leader, and in this case there will be this, authentic person who is also valued for being able to create a feeling, an emotion that people look for. All of those pathways of becoming more leonine, they have something in common. So first, the Cancer who has spent years on growing this protective shell does not take it off to, play with children or go on stage or be a leader or a lover, whatever. Rather, they are modifying this shell, making it more flexible, more functional, more well-developed. But unlike a Leo, the Cancer, even in this leonine stage, is never really naked. So they are a little bit more well protected than the Leos, and I will talk about it when I talk about the Leos. They are in general a little bit more vulnerable when they are at their best. So yeah. Secondly, in all of those situations, a Cancer is making an effort to get outside of their inner realm, because there is something attractive outside, because there is something worthy, something that the Cancer actually wants to, participate in or get or, become something valuable. And lastly, the Cancer is still a Cancer, not a Leo. So even if they assume all of those leonine roles and are even, good in them, they feel a sort of a dissociation, like they're a fraud or a fake, not fully here. This is normal. It's not bad if it does not create problems. If it's, like a lingering state, this is normal for a Cancer. And luckily, at some point, the progress sun moves from the Leo into the next sign. It's in the other direction. So first Cancer, then the Leo, this astrological school, and then starts the astrological university of Virgo. And depending on your date of birth, this is approximately which years of your life it will be occupying this astrological university. So for a Cancer, it may feel like a relief actually. It's a private, intimate, caring sign, and finally it can take a break from performing and acting and living the drama and focus on some of the activities that they may find more authentic, right? And first about the caring. Cancer is a caring sign, but this emotional need to be caring may remain unfulfilled for a long time because there are also things that create problems along the way. So for example, Cancer does not always have the tools to actually be caring, you know. It may be too emotionally unstable or needy or shy or too like immersed into this inner world and fantasies and problems. But as soon as the Virgo phase starts, and it will last for another 30 years, the practical, pragmatic strengths of this sign can help the Cancer to be actually useful in their care. This turns down the big feelings and the drama and turns up the actual acts of care, which is amazing. Parenting and other types of caretaking may look very different between those two stages. So a Cancer parent in their Leo stage may be more fun and expressive, but less consistent and less useful. Whereas a Cancer parent or a grandparent in their Virgo stage is more reliable and effective with a better practical touch. Virgo is also a bodily sign, you know, related to the actual body. And as a Cancer reaches this Virgo stage, they can also start paying their own body more attention. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, can go either way. Some will become more effective in taking care of their bodies and become more healthy and active and satisfied and so on. But some may turn hypochondriac and anxious about their health. So in a good or not so good way, Cancer may also pay attention to their feeding behaviors, digestion, but also to their sexuality. And again, it can lead to good results, it can lead to bad results, but the interest in the topic will be there. In personal relationships, like I said, drama is turned down, but the more realistic, the real aspects are becoming more important. And the real here is not some like hidden feeling that is hidden somewhere deep within a person and you must uncover it and discover it. It is the very visible acts of mutual care that are either there or not. And a Virgo is not a perfectionist in the sense that, something is either perfect or not worthy. Quite the contrary. If a Virgo thinks that something has potential, it will gladly work on it and will try to accept some flaws and work on some other flaws. And this is more or less how Cancer at this university stage of their life becomes. They're ready to do real work in relationships, just not in any type of relationship, the one that actually has something real in it. One other thing, other than care, that Cancer and Virgo actually share is this affinity they have with the natural cycles. Cancer is more aligned with the reproductive cycles, Virgo more aligned with the natural, like seasonal changes, but this is both amplified in this university Cancer in the Virgo phase of their lives. And it doesn't have to be good, A Cancer may grow anxious about their fertility or about some other like cyclic issues or about the environment. Or they may find that they're more attuned to those cycles, and more harmonized and more in peace. They may even welcome the menopause and start working on a garden project and have a garden that produces different kinds of crops and flowers at every month and such. They may get into astrology and the moon phases and other such things. So, yeah, potentially then the fourth stage begins, and it is, I don't know, the astrological adulthood, I guess, when the Cancer is supposed to become more Libran, but I don't have any experience observing this, so I don't feel like whatever I can say about this stage will be, I don't know, very meaningful. So at the moment I will stop at the university. So to summarize, if you're born a Cancer, you will forever remain a Cancer, but with time, when your progressed sun enters the next sign, you will go to school and you will have to adapt to circumstances that are not very attuned with who you are on the inside. And you will have to learn to be a little bit of Leo as well. And then after 30 years, the progressed sun will move to Virgo. And for another 30 years, you will be learning to also be a little bit like a Virgo. Hopefully, my digested nose did not ruin the experience for you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And ask questions. And see you in the next video.